It's time for the 2023 Franklin High School soccer season to get underway. Hi, neighbors, and welcome to Franklin TV. I'm Pete Royce, working alongside Chris Flynn and Melissa Marchese. We're underway here, the opening game of the season. Franklin in the home blue with white numerals against the Oliver Ames Tigers in the white jerseys and orange trim and black trim as well. Just the start of the 2023 campaign. Franklin coming in off a good year last year. They took the Kelly Rex division and went on to the playoffs. And how about Oliver Ames? They play in a lower division, Division II, and they are the Division II state champions. It's so good to have you with me, Pete Royce, reporting. The game was delayed most likely because of the heat going on in the Franklin area today. They have to have very strict conditions to meet all kinds of standards before they can get this game underway, and the delay of a half an hour helped get that measure to be met. And so we're underway. Franklin and Oliver Ames, 2.5 minutes in, no score from Piscini Stadium on the Franklin High campus. We'll give you the starting lineups as we can. First, for the visitors from Oliver Ames, coached by John Barata. In goal is junior Drew Hall. The senior will be in midfield defense, Chris Davis. Also starting, Diego Rivera, Nick Babanikas, Braden Blass, Ryan Lynn Harris, Mike Morales, Craig Churchill, Josh Ventura, and Jackson Mercieri, and Derek Walsh. For Franklin, they will start, and this is a senior-laden team. In goal, the senior Paxton Rosen. Also, Noah Kane, Matt Honekamp, he's a junior. Andrew O'Neill, he's a senior. Wyatt Herndon, he's a junior. Garrett Scagliarini, he's a junior. Gustavo Martinez, he's a senior. Bradley Herndon, he's a senior. Rex Sinelli, he's a senior. Hansi Jakes, he's a senior. Sean O'Leary, yes, the Sean O'Leary from the basketball team. He's back out in soccer this year. He was a varsity player as a freshman and played in sophomore, took junior year off. He's back on the team, and he's a senior, and he's starting here today. For Coach Fran Bositis in his 53rd year, the Dean of Coaching in the Hockomock League and in all of Massachusetts, most likely. Did they call an offside? They may have called an offside, so take the goal off the board. Offside call. The officials for today are Rich Scalarini and also, Rich Scafani and Andrew Brownsword. So take the goal off the boards. It was a beauty as Jakes went in, I believe, taking an assist from Herndon, but the ruling called there by Scafani, offside, no score. Wow. Franklin almost on the board first. So just underway here, 34-42. We'll play two 40-minute halves. We'll also have a water break midway through the first half and again midway through the second half. Game time temperature was something like 88 degrees. There's a different value that they use to determine play. And so far, that value has been reached, and so they were underway. His ball goes all the way through to the back line, chased down in there on the far side by Gustavo Martinez, and he controls out to midfield. Here come the Panthers. Oh, almost a breakaway there, but good defense by the Tigers. The Tigers are a different team than last year's championship team. They've lost 9 players from last year's team. Coach Barata told me this is a different team than he had for the state champion last year. For Coach Fran Bositis, he told me before the game he likes his team. And he's hoping to go beyond what they did last year, which was to take the Kelly Rex division and move on to the playoffs. He wants to achieve more. He likes the group of kids he has this season. As we said, in his 53rd year of directing the soccer program here at Franklin High School. So glad you're with us. We're streaming worldwide on the internet and on Franklin TV. Another year of fall sports on the horizon here in Franklin. Oliver Ames controls it. They get it to midfield and beyond. It's going to be taken back by Sean O'Leary. There's O'Leary, heard from, the great star in basketball, playing soccer here this year. He played freshman and sophomore year. Jakes with the throw in. trying to lead a player down, and with it, trying to get to it is Wyatt Herndon. He has great speed. He's centering it up, and it's going to be deflected and a stoppage in play. A goal kick coming up for Drew Hall and Oliver Ames. Oliver Ames plays in the Davenport division of the Hockomock League. Franklin, the larger school, the Kelly Rex division. Hall, a shorter kick, and is taken back by the Panthers. Little back tap there by Noah Kane. Kane battling for it, and he cannot quite control it, and it's sent upfield. Rex Sinelli, the great defender for Franklin, in the back line to gather it in. Franklin so far controlling the territorial play in this one. They've had 2 good looks, one nullified by an offside, an actual goal taken off the board, and then another goal attempt stopped. Here's a look for Oliver Ames, and coming up with a nice play there on the defensive side was Gustavo Martinez to help make effect yet. And Franklin will start it out to midfield. Nice hit there. Jakes tries to control it. It's hit straight up in the air by Oliver Ames. And now Jakes will chase it down on the right corner. Hansi, nice move to get by his defender. He's going to center it up. Right there, going for it was Wyatt Herndon. There's the centering pass, and it's scooped up. It rolls all the way through to Drew Hall, and he'll gather it in. Almost 10 minutes played here from Piscini Stadium on a warm night here in Franklin. High kick. Wow, what a leg Drew Hall has. 85 degrees at the moment here in Franklin. And it'll be Oliver Ames with the throw-in on the near sideline. With the honor there is Derek Walsh, one of the only freshman on the OA team. We'll talk about Franklin's roster in a moment. Here's OA penetrating through. Franklin trying to defend. OA keeps it in the attacking zone. Now it's picked off in there by Franklin. A nice play defensively was turned in there by the Panthers. It's going to go to the Tigers. Ever so slight of a breeze stirring up. That feels welcome up here in the press box. And Drew Hall comes out of net to have a set piece here just inside his own 50. Hall wears the number 0, and he booms it away. What a strong leg. Comes through. Now kicked back by the Panthers to midfield, and with it there was Andrew O'Neill. And the ball is misplaced, and OA takes it back at midfield. They send it in. On the left side, nice footwork there by Mike Moraes. But Franklin will win it, and they'll have a throw-in from the near sideline. 27:42 to go here in the first half. No score. Franklin and Oliver Ames. Last year, Franklin went to OA early in the season. Might have been the first game like this one, and OA won it 5-1. Coach Bositis told me before the game, yes, his team remembers that. To turn the tables this year. The lone freshman. So the Franklin roster, 21 players suited up tonight. 13 seniors, 6 juniors, 2 sophomores, and no freshmen in the lineup or in the roster for Fran Bositis. So this is a very senior-laden team. 13 out of their 21 players are seniors, 6 juniors. So 19 out of 21 are upperclassmen for Franklin. It's going to be a free hit here for free kick for Bradley Herndon. No, he's going to leave it for Garrett Scagliarini. I'm sorry, for Noah Kane. Back on the right wings. Blast there by Herndon goes astray. It's going to be a goal kick coming for Oliver Ames. Franklin coaching staff. We mentioned head coach Fran Bositis. Assistant coaches Lou Veracki, Lou Moshe, Mike Scagliarini, Jeff Mello, Kevin Sayward. And that's your roster, your coaching roster. Franklin trying to work it up. So far, pretty evenly played game. Almost 14 minutes into it. Contact there, they let them play through. Coming up with it now, an offside called against Oliver Ames, and Franklin will have the toss in. It'll be a free kick deep in their own back line for the Panthers. Sinelli has it teed up, and the talented senior defender gets it going on the left wing in front of the Franklin bench. Deflected by Oliver Ames and out of bounds. Franklin will have it upfield. 5-1 was your score last year. Oliver Ames over the Panthers. Franklin recovered beautifully from that loss last year and went on to win the Kelly Rex division. And Oliver Ames, they won everything. Davenport division and the state championship. Sinelli back for the Panthers. He settles it down to Wyatt Herndon, Bradley Herndon rather. Ball's kicked out, back to Bradley Herndon on the throw-in. And he dropped. Going back for it was Matt Honekamp, the junior. Ball out of bounds. Back to Oliver Ames with 24:53 left in the first half. We should be coming up on a water break very soon. Here on the field. And let's see, sub coming in for Oliver Ames. First sub of the game, I believe. And entering the game for OA is going to be Bernie Ellie. Bernie Ellie in the game. Franklin with 4 on the back line defending their goal. Comes out, nice footwork there by Noah Kane to Hansi Jakes. Tipped away, kept in by Bradley Herndon. Franklin setting up deep in their own side of the field. Can't get the pass through. Battle for it on the far side. Oliver Ames hits one straight up in the air. In fact, maybe a little bit backwards. Franklin can't get to it. OA pokes at it. Ball squirts loose and OA covers on the far side. Here come the Tigers. The Franklin goalkeeper, Paxton Rosen, has not been tested yet. Drew Hall has been tested at least once. The other test was nullified on an offside. Franklin actually scored on the left the board. Out on the far side goes to the scorer's table, and OA will have the throw-in at midfield. Comes right back to the OA player who tossed it in. And going for it there is Craig Churchill, a junior. Whistle. Franklin will win it, and they'll have a throw-in on the far side. Noah Kane with the honors. Nope, he's going to defer. Goes over to Alex Connell. Alex Connell. Franklin still controlling. Out on the right wing, this is Bradley Herndon sending it in. Offside called against the Panthers, Garrett Scagliarini. And he goes after the ball to no avail. Drew Hall will recover it and have the set piece deep in his own end with 21:55 to go here in the first half. He'll tee it up. We mentioned his strong leg, only a junior. Arm raised, and he comes forward. There's that strong kick. Comes all the way to the back line. Jakes trying to chase it down there is Wyatt Herndon. OA relieves it somewhat to midfield. Kane taps it. Still controlling there on the far side. Oliver Ames sends it back to the Franklin end. A lot of play in between the 30s here so far tonight. There's an advance by OA, broken up by the Panthers. Noah Kane with the left leg. He's going to send one out, and Hansi Jakes controls it off his head. Beautiful play by Jakes, and he wins the battle. And he sends one up. Franklin in position, and Drew Hall comes out of goal. He left that goal open, but he made the save. 20 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the first half. Surprised, we thought we would see a water break midway through here. We're more than midway through the half. Ball kicked out. And right now we'll have the water break. So we mentioned the game time temperature, 85 degrees. And both teams now will go over to their respective benches. This will last as long as their schedule here. The Franklin sports in the fall, of course, are football, boys soccer, girls soccer, field hockey, that'll be coming up. So Franklin, after tonight, will go to Zavarian. That'll be on Friday night. And then Franklin will host King Philip on September 12th. We'll be at Foxborough on September 15th. At Taunton on September 19th. So 4 road games in a row after tonight. No, I beg your pardon. The King Philip game will be here at Piscini Stadium on the 12th of September. And then on September 22nd, Franklin hosts Sharon. The 26th, Franklin hosts North Attleboro. The 28th, Franklin travels to Canton. Then we have a non-conference game coming up. Franklin will go to Shrewsbury to play St. John's High of Shrewsbury. That's on September 30th. That's a 4 o'clock game in Shrewsbury. Franklin will then travel to Attleboro on October 2nd. Travel here back to Piscini Stadium on October 4th to host rival Mansfield. Then Franklin will go to Milford, always talented Scarlet Hawks. That's on October 6th. Franklin will then move out to Stoughton on October 11th, at KP on October 13th. And then they'll finish up the regular season here against Taunton, at North Attleboro, home against Attleboro, and home against Milford. So that's your season schedule for Franklin. It should be a good one. And how about the out-of-conference game with St. John's High of Shrewsbury and Zavarian? So 2 top-notch opponents playing out of conference for the Panthers. So we're just about ready to restart after the water break. And everybody back on. It's about a four-minute break, I guess. And here we go. Throw in coming for Oliver Ames. They're going to actually toss it on the near sideline. Nice toss deep. Going behind the defense was Oliver Ames, and now Franklin will kick it out of bounds. Another throw in coming for the Tigers of Oliver Ames. No score, under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Throw in comes all the way through. Franklin have 4 players back there. They do get to it. And OA fans on that rebound. But now there's your first save of the game for Paxton Rosen, the senior. He hauled it in, a little curling shot, a little bender from OA. But he tracked it all the way and hauled it in. Panthers trying to get something going. They had those 2 big opportunities early on, but then their offense has stalled a little bit as Franklin tries to control it out. With it is Owen Municiello. So he's in the game. Franklin with the rush on the far side, taken back by OA at midfield. Good Legwork by Oliver Ames. They drive it forward. Now it's stolen by Franklin. Still the battle for it. OA very aggressive on the offensive forecheck. Franklin with a back kick by Kane, a beauty on the left wing. He's got a player out there. Charging through is a player, and that ball goes wide. Gianni Pazvakavanwa, and that ball went wide. A good look. It started by a backward kick, tap by Noah Kane to get it going. 18 minutes to go. First half, no score on a warm night in Franklin. Incoming, set piece, ball trickles through, and Oliver Ames is able to steer it wide. Franklin keeps it in. This is Noah Kane, Franklin with 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 jerseys near the arc, and here comes Kane. Drives it through, and it's deflected off a header. Now the rebound blast is saved by Oliver Ames by a defender. Bicycle kick out for Oliver Ames. Franklin keeps it in, and it hits the Pazva Kanvamwa, and it's a no goal. It hit the crossbar of the field goal post. It's about 2 feet above the net here on the end lines. And here's Hall to start it off for Oliver Ames. So Franklin with another good look, headed the other way by Franklin's Sean O'Leary. Tapped forward and offside called. Offside called on the Panthers again. So they've been guilty of that 2 or 3 times here. That one negated a possible free look in. And we remain scoreless. Go here in the first half. Drew Hall has had a number of goal kicks. Mentioned his strong leg. Franklin has to be all the way back. Out 10-15 as Paxton rose and jumped, and he let it go, and it hit the top of the net. A little bit too high. That's set up by the goal kick for Drew Hall. He's been a factor offensively for Oliver Ames. 15:20 to go. First half, we stay scoreless. Some confusion here. It looks like going to be a corner for OA. They're first. They set up the wall on the right, and here we go. First corner kick. Franklin has had one, unsuccessful. And here comes Oliver Ames. Driven low, it hits a defender by Franklin, goes straight up in the air. Franklin trying to clear it. Racing for it. Getting bumped off the play there was Josh Rappa. But Franklin controls. This is Rappa. He'll drop it back. Now the throw in. Scagliarini, he drops it for Sinelli, who blasts one all the way down. And Sinelli flips the field for the Panthers. Franklin trying to get to it. Oliver Ames clears it to midfield. Franklin keeps it in. Nice move there, but it's going to be, let's see, who are they going to say? Franklin can't get it going, and Oliver Ames takes it back. Sideline kick. It's deflected by Owen Municiello, and Sinelli blasts it forward. Franklin trying to get that rebound ball off the deflection. They drop it. Trying to get in on it. Right there is Rappa. Josh Rappa in the corner, and is taken back there by Diego Rivera of OA. Rivera, he'll drop it back to his back line. 13-19 to go, no score. Rappa. Franklin tries to set up its offense. Oh, the ball was misfired on the attempted pass there, intended for Martinez, who was behind Gustavo, and it rolled of soccer for boys in Franklin in 2023. Ball is chipped forward. Sinelli back for Franklin. And the Panthers will drop it back to Rex Sinelli. He finds a player in the middle of the field. There's Rappa trying to get the ball. Is sent out front. Coming forward is Drew Hall, as racing in on it was Gianni Pasva-Kavamwa, but is picked up by Drew Hall. Hall's been good. It's been tested more so than Paxton Rosen for Franklin. This is Hall's boot. It takes a big bounce. Controlled there by Municiello. Now back to Owen. Owen will drop it on the back line. Ball rolls up on Sean O'Leary. Franklin can't get that second pass away and is dropped back all the way to Hall. He has to kick it because the ball came from a teammate. Under 12 minutes to go, first half. Hall with the blast. He's been a big factor in this game, clearing ball after ball deep into Franklin territory. Panthers misfire, it's stolen. Transition, here comes away. A good look for the Tigers. And it's sent a little bit wide. Chasing it down in the corner. Trying to get to it there is Craig Churchill. And it's going to be protected by Franklin, and they're going to come out with it. Rappa has his blast go off a leg of a Tiger. It was off the leg of Josh Ventura, senior. And Franklin will slow it down for a minute. Catch their breaths on this extremely hot and humid night. Owe working it in. Good speed there, shown by Gustavo Martinez. And it's going to be a battle for it, but Owe comes out with it, and they'll retreat to their own end. Under 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Still looking for our first goal of the game. The first goal of the season for either team, that would be. Very evenly played game so far. Type of game where one mistake could be so costly. Ball kept in by the Panthers on the far sideline. Matt Honekamp with it. Honekamp spinning through. Franklin driven off on the play. Let's see who they're going to give it to. They'll give it to the Panthers. With 10 minutes exactly, straight up, left in the first half, we are scoreless. 2 40-minute halves here in this Hockomock League matchup. So Franklin with the throw in front of the OA bench. Franklin tries to get it to Hansi Jakes. He can't reach it, even with his 6'4" frame. And the ball goes over to Oliver Ames. Coming deep on their own side of the field. I do believe they will. Municiello again. Senior Franklin. And Andrew now a senior himself. Ball is stopped there by Aiden Seedor. Headed the other way by Oliver Ames. Seedor heads it upfield. Too strong for Jakes. It's going to be controlled by Diego Rivera. He'll drop it back for Hall. Franklin trying to put some offensive pressure on their forecheck. Ball skips through. Midfield settled down nicely there by O'Leary. And banged in the other way and out of bounds. Be a throw-in coming for the Panthers with 8 minutes straight up left in the first half. So glad you're with us here on Franklin TV and streaming worldwide on YouTube. Franklin trying to get the offense in gear. This is Sinelli. Rex booms one ahead. Coming through, great speed for the Panthers. Is chipped ahead by Scagliarini. Too strong and through the football uprights and out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick coming for the Tigers of Oliver Ames with 7:30 to go in the first half. Don't forget, fans, tomorrow night we have the opener in boys football against Wachusett Regional. That's become a good non-conference rival. The two teams usually play on opening day every year. alternating sites. Tomorrow we'll be here at Piscini Stadium, a Thursday night start at 6 o'clock. We'll have that for you here on Franklin TV. 7 minutes to go here in the first half. We are still scoreless. A grinder of a game so far here tonight. Oliver Ames with those new players. They lost 9 of their state champions from last year. Franklin lost some good people too. I remember Kryzak, he played. Clausen, he played last year. Those are quality players. So Franklin has lost some good players as well. But Coach very happy with his team. Blasted in all the way downfield, and it's picked up in there by Gavin. He's going to center it out to Kane. Nice tip pass, but it's controlled by Oliver Ames. Back to the Franklin zone. 6:15 to go in the first half. No score so far. A lot of the action has been played in between the 30s. Franklin, good work there. Scagliarini tries to make the steal, cannot, and it's sent upfield by Braden Blass, the senior. And the kick ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like it's off of Franklin. A throw-in coming. Let's see. Yeah, a throw-in coming for Derek Walsh. Walsh holding. Checking out the defense. Gets the whistle. Now he sends it in to the corner. Kept in there. Coming through, Sinelli with the left leg. Clears it out. Franklin gets it upfield to Gustavo Martinez. The lead pass for Hansi Jakes. The goalkeeper is out, but the goalkeeper gets to the ball before Jakes could, and he makes the haul in. Not a save, it wasn't on target, but still a nice defensive play by Drew Hall with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. We're scoreless. Hall with the booming kick. Headed the other way by Franklin. A lot of action inside the midfield areas. Sent back deep the other way by Aiden Seedor. Comes all the way to Rosen. He has to kick it back to Seedor. He settles it down. His lead pass is right into a white-shirted Oliver Ames player. Under 4.5 to go in the first half. With it now is Ryan Lynn Harris. He sends it in, and Rosen makes the save. A long blast by OA, and Rosen was right on it, and he'll punt it away. He showed his strong leg there. Players diving for it. Another collision here, and now a whistle called. It's going to be a foul, going to be a card here against Sean O'Leary. A yellow card on Sean O'Leary for that cross-check. O'Leary really mixing it up, and the first yellow card goes to Sean, and a free hit here for Oliver Ames, and having it teed up on the set piece is Ryan Lynn Harris, the senior. First one of these we've had at this distance. Lynn Harris has it teed up. Defense getting back. O'Leary with the yellow card. Comes with 3:53 to go. Clock stopped now here in the first half. Here's Lynn Harris. Waits the whistle. He gets it. He's going to kick it right on goal. The one hopper is just wide, and it's going to be to the end line, and Franklin should have the goal kick coming back. So they survive that. And Rosen will have it in his own goal for the free kick. He's going to tee it up on the end line with 3:33 to go. Patrick Rosen. So last couple of minutes, maybe the advantage goes to Oliver Ames. Rosen deciding what to do. He sends everybody upfield, and he's going to blast it. Rosen beyond midfield, headed back, and a foul called against Oliver Ames. Free start here by Franklin. And with it is going to be Matt Honekamp. This is Matt. He's going to drop it for Sinelli. Sinelli back to Honekamp. Under 3 to go. Honekamp drives it in, and it's wide, and it's going to go by the end line. A goal kick coming up for Oliver Ames with 2 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the scoreless first half. Opening day of the 2023 season from Piscini Stadium on the campus of Franklin High School in Franklin, Mass. Pete Royce reporting. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV. Drew Hall setting up shop in his goal crease for the kick away. Relatively shorter this time, goes out of bounds at midfield. Franklin will have a good look. And with it here is Aiden Seedor, the senior. Out in front for O'Neill. Now Gavin has it. He left foots it on the left side. The ball trickles in on the shot by Martinez. He didn't get a full wood on it. And the ball goes rolling in gently to Drew Hall with 2 minutes to go. We're in time now for the referees to control the clock in the final 2 minutes as Hall punts it. Nice kick by Drew Hall. Comes all the way through. Franklin fortunate not to let that get by their defense. Back out to Seedor. Seedor to midfield. Stolen away by on the right wing. It's too strong, and Drew Hall will pick up the rolling ball in front of his own goal. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Franklin 0, Oliver Ames 0. Drew Hall will punt it. Takes a high bounce, headed the other way. Forward, that is, by Oliver Ames. Now Franklin takes it back. This is Gavin. Back to give and go to Gavin. He can't get to it. He hesitates, though, and he does get, no, there's the late whistle by Rich Scafani, one of the officials, along with Andrew Brown Sword. Here's the throw in for Oliver Ames. Franklin back for it. Sent back there by Seedor. Ball is going to go to the back line. They're going to call a goal kick here. I do believe they will. And Rosen will have it teed up in his own box. And he starts it off short on the left side. Sinelli boots it forward. Taken back. And the double whistle will end play here in the scoreless first half. Well, fans, we had one goal that was taken off the boards by a offside call against Franklin in the first 5 minutes of the game. They had another good look, a save by Drew Hall. Rosen has had a couple of stops. There was a free kick that was blasted in, and Rosen made the save on that, so he's looked pretty good. And after 40 minutes of play here on opening night in the fall soccer season, no score. So we're going to take a break. It's a 10-minute break. We'll be back in about 9 minutes to set the stage for the second half as Franklin hosts Oliver Ames in boys soccer. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Piscini Stadium on the Franklin High campus. Pete Royce with you, our producer and our director tonight, Chris Flynn, our other camera operator, Melissa Marchese. We're at halftime, opening night in the boys soccer campaign. Franklin and Oliver Ames scoreless after 40 minutes of play. We'll play another 40. The two teams will switch sides, and Franklin will defend the goal to your right as you look out onto the field, and Oliver Ames, the defending state champion in Division II, defending the goal to your left. No score. Oliver Ames in white with the ball to start the second half. Jakes gets a leg on it, but it's controlled there by Derek Walsh of Oliver Ames, and he leaves it for Chris Davis. The ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in on the near side for Oliver Ames. They're coached by John Barata. Franklin coached by the Dean of Coaching in the area, Fran Bositis, in his 53rd year. Here's Derek Walsh with the throw-in. Franklin digs in on defense. With it is Ventura. The long kick is side, but it's bobbled but recovered and carried into his chest by Paxton Rosen. Nice play by Rosen. Ball got away from him for a moment, but he covered it. Denied the rebound to an oncoming player from Oliver Ames. Bicycle kick back. Franklin tries to get to it, and a whistle and a foul called against Oliver Ames. Franklin wants to get going, and they're held up. The officials for today's game are Rich Scafani and Andrew Brownsword. The long drive in attempted for Jakes. Can he get to it? Yes, he can, and he settles it just before the sideline. Jakes controlling it. Three defenders on Jakes. He dribbles it through, and now it's cleared out by Oliver Ames. Sinelli back for Franklin. Over to Sinelli again, and he's going to drive it in on the right sideline. Way out deep, too strong, out of bounds. It'll be Oliver Ames with the throw-in on the far side. Just underway here, fans, in the second half from Piscini Stadium on a warm night. 85 degrees at game time. It's dropped 2 degrees, that's it. But it is breezy out on the field. Not so much in the broadcast booth, but out in the field, there is a slight breeze, and it's a little cooler out on the field. Franklin tries to get it to beyond midfield, and Jake settles it down. Driving for it, still carrying it forward. Jake's on the left side for Scagliarini. Sorry, that is Honekamp. Honekamp drops it on the left wing. Coming through is Bradley Herndon. His shot rolls in to the arms of goalkeeper Drew Hall for Oliver Ames. The Tigers and the Panthers scoreless almost 3 minutes into the second half. Hall showed that strong leg. Gets to work again. A high kick. And it's going to sail out of bounds. So not effective for Hall that time. And it'll go back to Bradley Herndon. Herndon with the ball here. Throws it up for Jakes over his head. Over another head. And Oliver Ames tries to keep it in. Honekamp circles back for it. And he's fouled on the play. It'll be a free start for the Panthers. Kane is going to let things settle in before he approaches the ball. Just inside midfield, Noah Kane. He's going to drive it right in past the defense coming in there. Franklin just couldn't get to it. Just couldn't get to it on a great lead pass. Sinelli was the one trying for it. It just eluded him, went on the end line and beyond. It's going to be a goal kick coming for Oliver Ames. That was set up beautifully by Noah Kane. He did get through the defense. I don't know if they were not expecting the ball to go that far, but it was too far out of the reach of the charging Rex Sinelli. And here's Drew Hall, the junior. Has it teed up in his own box. 4 minutes gone here in the second half. We're scoreless. To midfield. Jakes tries to steal it, cannot. Driven forward. Sinelli right there on it. A lot of spin on the ball as Franklin tries to get to it. Honekamp, Matthew. Drops it on the far wing. Scagliarini punches it forward. Honekamp To an Oliver Ames player in his own zone at midfield. Picked up in there by no one. Now Jakes has it. He protects the ball. Goes through 4 defenders, and gets the pass over to Scagliarini. His pass is blocked. Sean O'Leary races for it, but hits it out of bounds. That's going to be a free kick on the far sideline. So Sean O'Leary, the name is familiar to, he's the basketball star. Returning onto the soccer field this year. Did not play soccer last year. Did play freshman and sophomore years. So he's back. Coach Posaitis happy to have him. Ball is driven back, and Hall will have to kick it, and he does the one-time kick, and it sails well beyond midfield and out of bounds. A toss coming in for the Panthers now, near midfield. And they hop it. Out of bounds again. The ball this time will go over to Oliver Ames. OA 21-1-1 last year. Franklin, the Kelly Rex champion. They advanced to the playoffs. They want to go further this year, according to Coach Fran Posaitis. He told me before the game. He likes this group of players that he has. Kick out of bounds. It should be Franklin on the throw-in. And the offensive third. And we'll reset here as the ball is out of bounds. And let's see, it's going to be a set piece coming up for Wyatt Herndon. He sends it in. Oliver Ames clears it near midfield. That'll go out of bounds, and Franklin will have it on the throw-in the other way. Bradley Herndon with the honors. Honekamp out of bounds. Franklin again with Bradley Herndon. He'll throw it a little deeper this time. Matt Honekamp controlling it. Coming through, he's got Jakes out there. Dribbles it through. In front for Jakes. Jakes can't quite unload cleanly as his hit was deflected by an oncoming defender from Oliver Ames, and Drew Hall scooped it up in his own goal area. 32:52 left here in the game. 0-0 in this one. Drew Hall with the long blast. O'Leary heads it the other way. Punched forward. Franklin trying to steal it. They cannot. Driven in and out of bounds. Franklin will have the throw-in on the sideline. Not a lot of subs in this game for both teams. Franklin, I want to make one correction. I thought they had 13 seniors. They actually have 15 seniors, a roster of 23. So 15 out of their 23 are seniors and 6 juniors. So 21 out of 23 are upperclassmen for the Panthers. Jakes is slowed down. Whistle stops play. And they'll let things settle in for the throw-in for Bradley Herndon. Herndon has got Kane out there along with Honekamp. Looking to toss it. And he gets the whistle. He's going to go deep. Into the corner, a spin move by Scagliarini, but it didn't go past the defender, so it's kicked out of bounds, and Franklin will have it. Honekamp with it. And he'll drop it for Bradley Herndon. Over 8.5 minutes gone here in the second half. Noah Kane with some good footwork. Kane, some traffic there for Honekamp. Matthew coming through. He's going to drive one-on-one hop to Hall, and he gathers it in. Hall had a clean look at it. The ball had a curl to it, but Hall was able to tightly secure it for a save for him. He's a junior, 31 minutes to go in the game. Drew Hall again. Long kick. Hit by Honekamp for Scagliarini. Kane defending on this one. Away takes it through. Not a lot of scoring opportunities in this game. Player goes down hard, and he looks like he's injured on the play, an OA player on the far side. He's up quickly, and that player is Braden Blass, the senior. Braden Blass. And he stays in the game. So shaken up momentarily. A couple of OA players adjusting their apparel with 30 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Virtually a corner kick, but the save by Rosen. It wasn't a corner, but it was the same set piece, but a little further out at about the 15, and Rosen just snared it. Good save by, that's probably his best save of the game for Paxton Rosen, and he'll kick it away. Franklin trying to get it going offensively. The defense has been strong by Oliver Ames. Have been pretty well and evenly played game so far. Franklin with the steal. They'll toss it in on the far side. Here it comes. Kicked the other way by OA, and Franklin will chase it back. Sinelli racing for it. He didn't have a good angle to kick it back to Rosen, so he kicks it out of bounds on the right side. He does relieve some of the pressure. We go under 29 minutes in this one. Zero, zero. Franklin had a score taken off the board on an offside at the 5-minute mark into the game. What a goal that would have been if it counted, but offside called. The officials tonight, Rich Scafani and Andrew Brownsword. Back in the defense, Franklin O'Leary tips it forward, uses his 6'4" frame. Franklin with the nice clear by Scagliarini. Trying to get to it, O'Neill, Andrew. He goes down, was he held? No, play on. O'Neill now gets to it, and he'll send it back to Matthew Honekamp. Honekamp drops it back to midfield for Sean O'Leary. O'Leary on the right side, chips forward. Franklin trying to get something going here. 27:50 to go. In front, but taken back on the blast by Kane. O'Leary settles it down for Noah Kane. Behind the back he goes. It goes inbounds, and nice hustle by Bradley Herndon. Backward kick for Kane. Kane battling for it. He pushes a defender. That's going to be a foul on Noah Kane. And the ball will go over to Oliver Ray. No, it's going to be a foul the other way. Franklin will have, no, they're going to reverse that here, I do believe. They're going to stop the clock and talk about this one. A yellow card issued. A yellow card issued against Oliver Ames. The two officials will gather here on the near sideline. The call was made by Andrew Brownsword. So the yellow card for OA. A yellow card apiece so far in this game. I thought they were going to call a push on Kane, but the foul came first. And here's Herndon, drops it for Noah Kane. Back for Bradley, back deep for Sean O'Leary, for Rex Sinelli. Kane uses his body to force away a defender. He charges through and wins it for Herndon. Back to Noah, back to on the left wing for O'Neill. O'Neill trying to get it going, drops it back for Noah Kane. And now it's taken the other way. Kane off his head at midfield. Sinelli punches at it with his head. It goes out of bounds. Let's see who the call is going to go to. It's going to go to Oliver Ames. They play on deep in the corner, and Kane boxes out beautifully. And what's going to be the call? A goal kick coming. I believe that's a good play by Rex Sinelli. He just defended so well. He boxed out, and he drew the ball out of bounds on the goal kick. Beautiful play by Sinelli. Tell you, the back line of Franklin with Sinelli and Sean O'Leary, very formidable. 26:11 to go in the game. 0-0 your score. Franklin against Oliver Ames. Honekamp drills one in. Can Jakes get to it with those long strides? He does. He shoots and he scores. Hansi Jakes scores. Jakes with the goal. Franklin leads it 1-0. Great play. They come to greet Hansi Jakes on the near sideline. Scagliarini there. Score comes with 25:56 left. Hansi Jakes. The pass was beautiful. He just had to get by his defender. He did, and he buried it to an open net. The question was, would it gather inside that left corner? Did it have enough angle? It did, and it rolled in for the goal. 1-0, Franklin at 25:56. Back in we go. Can Franklin maintain this momentum now? That was a great run-up by the Panthers. Taken back by Oliver Ames. We thought one goal could be crucial. It's just an outstanding play by the Panthers, and Jakes buried it. Back the other way. Scagliarini chips it forward. Out in front, intended there for the Panthers' Wyatt Herndon. But it's taken back by Bradley Herndon to Jakes. Jakes gets through. Franklin with the speed. The ball's going to roll inbounds. Kept in there by Oliver Ames. They could have let it roll out for a goal kick, but he decided to box out and take the ball. He'll have a free throw in here in front of the Franklin bench with 24:53 to go in the game. 1-0 Franklin. Remember last year, these two teams met at Oliver Ames in the opening night, and Franklin scored one goal in that game, but Oliver Ames scored 5. Went on to their state championship in Division II. Franklin, of course, plays in Division I. They were knocked out in the playoffs after taking the Kelly Rex division of the Hockomock League. So we're under 25 minutes here in the game. We should be coming up on a water break here pretty soon. We had one in the first half. That is because the game started under very hot conditions, humid. There's a bit of a breeze now that helps tremendously here at Piscini Stadium. Oliver Ames sends it forward. Franklin with that back line, misfiring on it. It was Herndon, and it's going to be kept up and kept in by Oliver Ames, and Sinelli will tap it strong to midfield, takes a high hop, not much spin on it. Franklin loses it. Oliver Ames takes it back to Franklin, back to Oliver Ames. They chip it forward, misfiring Herndon with the diving play. Can't control it, though, and Oliver Ames keeps it in. For Diego Rivera, the left-footed boot is strong. It goes too high. Kept in by Franklin, and now the shot and the save by Rosen. He kicked it. This should be a corner kick coming up, though, for OA. But Rosen leaped in the air. He did the best he could, but he passed it past his own goal line. This can be a corner kick coming up for OA. Their second one of the night. See what they do with the set piece. So in swinging it will be Ryan Lynn Harris. He had a free kick from about the 40 earlier in this game. And here he comes. Lynn Harris goes too strong, but he curled it in. A corner kick goes in. Lynn Harris kicked it in from the corner. It just kept fading and went past Rosen. And we're tied at 1. 23:08, Linares with a corner. You don't see that too often. On the corner kick, he got it past Paxton Rosen, and we're tied at 1 with 23:08. Tremendous play there by Linares. Ryan Linares ties the game. So much for momentum. Now it swings over to OA. Franklin, though, will try to build something here on this drive. They kick it forward. Coming out is Hall. He makes the save, Drew Hall. So we go about 50-something minutes without a score, and then 2 scores in the last 2 minutes and 48 seconds. Franklin back for it. Sinelli, he heads it forward. Gathered over there by Municiello, and his ball is hit out of bounds. Franklin will have it on the throw-in. A corner kick finds the corner of the net. Jakes taps it forward. With it out there is trying for it was Martinez. It's upfield on the right side. It'll be kept in bounds. And now it'll roll out of bounds, and a throw-in coming for Oliver Ames. Jakes thought it might be off of Oliver Ames, but it's a throw-in for OA. Hit back at midfield. Jakes punches it forward. Ball is going to be headed to Drew Hall. Not kicked, so headed, so he can pick it up with his hands. And he'll have a goal kick with 21-28 left in this 1-1 tie now. Hall drives it, comes through all the way to the back line for O'Leary, left-footed boot. Franklin tries to get it past midfield, cannot. Ball is out of bounds, away with it, and now the whistle stops play. They're going to let the defense set up. Andrew Brownsword making the call on the near sideline. And here is Derek Walsh with the throw-in. He'll run up and let it go. Franklin gets the steal. Nice move there. Franklin coming up with it. On the left side is Wyatt Herndon in front for Gavin. Battle for it. Gavin there. Gavin Pasva-Kavanwa still struggling for it. Can't get it. Controlled by Oliver Ames. They can kick it straight out of bounds. Good play by Gavin. He is psyched. Look at him on that field. He really won that ball. And Franklin will have the throw in the top third, and whistle and a timeout for a water break. 20 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the game. We're tied at 1. Again, it's a bit unusual to have the stoppage in play for water breaks, but that is a discussion that was held by the athletic director, Cara Ellis, and the referees and the coaches before the game. And they decided with these conditions, the strong heat engulfing the stadium, that they would have a water break in each half about midway through. So it comes here with 20:18 to go. So to recap the scoring in the first half, there was none. Here in the second half, Hansi Jakes on a beautiful breakaway pass from a teammate. He blasted it in on the right side at 25:56. And then just 2 minutes and 48 seconds later, Ryan Linares on a corner kick. Now remember, the corner kick was set up because Paxton Rosen made a save, but he hit it past his own back line, past his own baseline. And that forces the corner. Then Linares, he didn't go for a teammate. He curled it in from the corner, and it just bent in and caught the corner of the net on a beautiful goal by him to tie the score at 1. So we'll see what happens here in the final 20 minutes of play. We played about 20 here in this half, 20 plus change. And so Franklin and Oliver Ames, the Panthers, trying to make amends for a tough loss last year to OA on opening day. Remember, Franklin will be at Xaverian on Friday night. That's a 6 o'clock non-conference game at Xaverian. And then Franklin will host rival King Philip on September 12th. That's a 6 o'clock game here from Piscini Stadium. September 12th, 6 o'clock for the Panthers. Looking at their schedule, they stay pretty much after the Xaverian game to conference play until they go to Shrewsbury on September 30th for their other lone non-conference matchup with the St. John's High Pioneers. So that's always a good one. Franklin played St. John's in the playoffs last year and lost a tough game to St. John's of Shrewsbury to get knocked out of the playoffs. Oliver Ames, they just kept winning, and they won the state championship, one division lower in Division II. So the water break is over. Both teams have been hydrated, and we get ready for the final 2018 of play. Franklin will have the throw in on the near side. This is Bradley Herndon. Zips it in for Kane. Nice footwork. He goes down. It's going to be a foul. And Franklin will have a set piece here for Noah Kane. He took the foul. He's going to have a free kick from about the 25. Let's see what he can do with it. Let's see how OA sets up their wall here. They're going to have 5 players in close on Kane, 2 behind about 5 yards deeper. And Franklin is going to even go deeper beyond that. So here's Kane. What's he going to do? Noah Kane, the talented senior. He chips it forward. He's got a player out there too strong. A little bit too strong there for Rex Sinelli. And the ball goes on the end line, a goal kick coming for Oliver Ames. So it was just a touch pass. It has to be a little less intense for the ball to settle into the pathway of Rex Sinelli. It was too far out of bounds. Goal kick coming for Drew Hall. Under 20 minutes to go in the game. We're tied at 1. Hall, one of his typical strong kicks, rolls all the way back to the Franklin's last line of defense. Sent in. Sinelli back there for it. He kicks it out of bounds. Heavy contact there. And let's see. Sinelli made a nice move for it. There was contact. I think they're going to call a foul. They will on Oliver Ames on a good play by Sinelli. So kick coming here, a free kick for Paxton Rosen, just outside his goal line. Nice play by Sinelli to win that ball, draw the foul. Rosen drives it forward to midfield. Player goes down, the ball comes in. Getting to it on the left wing, keeping it in is Gavin. Gavin with the centering pass. The shot is blocked, and now it's hit high in the air. Out deep, Franklin keeps it in again. Another high kick is going to go out of bounds. The real battle there earlier was for Gianni Pazva Kavampwa. And it's sent in by Giovanni. Johnny, I should say. Gianni. Back out to the Panthers. Bradley Herndon. He's going to go deep. The header for Gianni, and a shot is blocked. No foul on the play. Gianni Pazva Kanvampwa thought he was in there. He wanted a call as well. No call coming, and Oliver Ames takes it back with the goal kick. 17:24 to go in the game. Hall, the high, strong kick. Settles in. Franklin controls. This is Matt Honekamp for Garrett Scagliarini. Garrett chips it forward. Wyatt Herndon. Back it comes to Honekamp. Scagliarini. Sent in on the right wing, but Drew Hall will be there first and come out of goal for his save on the night. He's been a good one. 16:51 to go. We're tied at 1 on opening night on the 2023 soccer campaign, boys style here tonight. Driving kick this time by Hall. Headed back by Franklin. Nice move there by Honekamp. He controls at midfield. Matthew for Scagliarini through 2. He uses his body to block off a defender, chips it forward. Contact but no call, and the ball comes out to midfield. Headed by Sinelli. Rather, Sean O'Leary, but out of bounds by O'Leary. And Oliver Ames will have it with 16:14 left. Substitute coming in for Oliver Ames. Coming into the game for the Tigers is Mike Morris. Ball is coming through. Franklin back, O'Leary. He lets it go all the way through and picked up by Paxton Rosen with under 16 minutes to go in the game. This is Rosen. He'll boot it away. Relatively short kick. Gianni tries to get to it, cannot. controlled by Oliver Ames, Chris Davis. Now the throw in by Derek Walsh. 15 and a half to go. We're tied at 1. Kick is out of bounds. Kicked there out by Gianni Pasva-Kavamwa. And it'll be away with the throw in the advanced third. Out of bounds. Franklin wins it. And they'll start out the other way. Coming up on exactly 15 minutes to go in the game. We've played 65 minutes, 1 score apiece. 15 minutes left. Herndon. Defense closing. He'll get it a little deeper. Out there for O'Neill. Andrew back to Herndon. Misfire here, but a foul called against Oliver Ames. Drawing the foul was Sean will check it. It was Rex Sinelli. Whistle stops play here. I'm sorry, that was Bradley Herndon who drew the foul. 14-15 left. Herndon waiting for the whistle. Gets it, sends it in on the right wing for Sinelli. Sinelli. Long kick for Jakes. Can he get to it? Yes, he can, but he can only sky it, and that's going to go well out of bounds on the far side. Goal kick coming here for Oliver Ames, I do believe, unless that was blocked. Let's see. Is it going to be hit out by Oliver Ames? And it could be a corner then for Franklin. It's going to be a corner, and Noah Kane will have the corner for the Panthers. On the right corner, Noah Kane. That was a good play by Jakes. Here comes Kane. His pass right in there, headed out by Sinelli, but past the end line and out of bounds. Too strong by Sinelli. He uses that tall frame to get to the ball, but he headed it out past the end line. Goal kick coming for Oliver Ames with 13-13 left in the game. We're tied at 1. So glad you're with us, fans, on Franklin TV, streaming worldwide on the internet. Pete Royce from the press box here at Piscini Stadium on a warm, warm night in September and in Franklin. Ball comes driving through, heading it back, but Sinelli with the nice save. Chased down on the far side, hit out of bounds. I think this is going to go to the Panthers. That ball was heading out of bounds, but a Tiger tried to make a play and could not. And Franklin will have the throw in deep in their own territory. They're going to go back to Rosen. He'll have to kick it here. Defense coming in on him, but he booms it to midfield. Franklin settles it nicely, chipped away, but Owe gets a leg on it. Herndon sends it forward. Back to midfield it comes for Noah Kane. Nice move there by the Panthers, but it's taken back by Oliver Ames. To the midfield stripe it goes to Braden Blass. It's stolen by Jakes. Jakes hops through a defender. The ball's kept in play, and now a whistle stops play. And the foul is going to be called on Jakes. A free throw in coming for Oliver Ames with under 12 minutes to go in the game. Franklin would love to get off to a strong start with a victory here tonight. They led for only 2 minutes and 48 seconds in this game. We've been tied ever since. Tie came with the 23:08 mark. We now have 11:33 to go. One apiece, no scoring in the first half. A rocket goes through all the way to the end line. That's going to be a goal kick coming for the Panthers. Rosen just taps it. Out it comes. Too strong, kicked out though, so Franklin will have a chance advancing the ball up. Good box out by Jakes, and the Panthers will have it in the offensive zone. Coming up on under 11, we are now under 11 minutes to go in the game. And the throw in coming here by Pasva Kavamwa, and he sends it in, kicked high and deep, and kicked there. I'm not sure if the OA player did the right thing. He kicked it out. That might have reached the end line, but he wanted to kick it through. So Franklin should have it. Player down on the field. We had one injured player who got up quickly in the first half, earlier in this game, I should say. This player is cramping on the far sideline. One player quickly attends to him from Oliver Ames. Official stops the clock like this. Game time temperature was 85 degrees and humid. And that player is up, so they worked out the cramp beautifully. Player down was Craig Churchill, and he's up quickly. Good assist by his teammate. So Franklin will have it here. On the throw-in, Hansi Jakes on the far side. He's going to run up. He's going to heave it towards the goal. It's defended well and now cleared out of there for Noah Kane for the Panthers. Keeps it in. He blasts one over everything on the right of the goal, and that's going to be a goal kick the other way. So Kane unloads, but too high and too far wide right with 10:10 to go. Goal kick coming for Drew Hall of Oliver Ames, coached by John Barada. Hall to midfield. It drives forward, though, and O'Leary heads it. Herndon keeps it in. No, he's out of bounds with it. It'll be a free throw-in for Derek Walsh. Under 10 minutes we go here in the game. We're tied at 1. Almost picked off, but it eludes a Panther. Here comes OA. Franklin back quickly. Now the driving kick is wide, and that's going to be a goal kick coming for the Panthers with 9 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. So Rosen has it teed up. Pretty even game. Scoreboard shows it. 9:07 to go. Rosen drives it deep. Headed by Oliver Ames, but still up for grabs. OA, that's the player who was down. That's Churchill. He gets it forward. Now it's picked off in there by the Panthers. Picked off beautifully by Wyatt Herndon. Out it comes, racing for the Franklin Panthers. They get to it. It's Scagliarini. He's taken down. No call on the play. Ball continues. Play continues. Out in front. The nice save by O'Leary. He just overpowered the oncoming rusher for Oliver Ames. Sean O'Leary with that big 6'4", 6'5" frame. Jakes tries to get to it. Can't quite do it, but it's kept in by the Panthers in front of their bench. Now it's taken away on a nice open field steal by Oliver Ames. And they drive it forward. Headed back by Herndon, and a whistle stops play here. Referee Scafani, an injured player, goes down. And looks like 2 injured players, 1 on each team. For the Panthers, having trouble there is Matt Honekamp. And getting up now for Oliver Ames is going to be Mike Moraes. So he's up. 7:59 to go. Franklin will have the free kick. Noah Kane awaits the presentation of the ball from Rich Scafani. Directing a couple of defenders away from the play and gives it to Kane. No, he sets it down and Kane chips it away to Sinelli. Rex drives it forward, but nobody home but the goalkeeper. And it goes to him with 7:47 to go here in the game. 7:47 left. The driving kick. Herndon for Gianni. Back to Herndon. Nice touch pass by Scagliarini. Ahead on the left wing for Gianni. Can he get to it? Yes, he can. He drives, he shoots. It's too high. The blast by Gianni Pasvakavampwa. It goes over everything and out of bounds. A goal kick coming from Oliver Ames. A good look for the Panthers, but a little bit too strong there for Gianni. Remember, Franklin will be next in action at Xaverian on September 8th, Friday night at 6 o'clock at Xaverian, a non-conference matchup there. Franklin sends it in, chipped forward. Again, Gianni can't get to it, and Oliver Ames now clears it, stolen by Scagliarini. Player goes down, and Oliver Ames controls. Scagliarini tries to put some pressure on it, but is drilled forward. Good hustle here, and Rosen will have to kick it. He does. Can't get it to midfield, however. Chipped away. Bradley Herndon, Wyatt Herndon rather, he chases it down. Gustavo Martinez was on it. The kick is the centering kick. The crosser goes all the way through, and it's going to be kept in bounds by Noah Kane. Kane can't put it to a teammate, and Walsh blasts one, and it's tipped and off the crossbar. It hit the football crossbar. That's tipped. This should be a corner kick coming up for Oliver Ames. So Paxton Rosen with the save, but let's see what they're going to call here. Is it going to be a corner? It should be. Yes, it will be. So the two types of corners that you can have is an offensive player kicking past his own line and the goalkeeper hitting it past his own back line, and that's what set up this corner. Remember, Linares scored on a corner, an unbelievable shot. And here it's going to be Linares again from the other corner. Does he have a powerful left leg? The right leg was very powerful and very accurate. Linares away from the centering in front, saved there by a defender, headed out by O'Leary, and Franklin dodges that play. So Linares didn't try to curl it in, but sent it to a teammate in the box who misfired, and O'Leary made the stop for Franklin with 5 minutes to go in the game. Set piece coming up here for Oliver Ames. They'll have to throw it in. High throw in, settles down. Franklin chases it down. Player goes by it, but Oliver Ames cannot keep it in. Franklin wants the call. Will they get the call? No, they won't. It'll go to Oliver Ames with, again, 5 minutes. Clock stopped on the Piscini Stadium scoreboard clock. The throw in comes through, and now a whistle stops play. I think they stopped play because Sinelli looked like he was injured, so the referee stopped play. Sinelli is okay. It's going to be a free kick coming for Paxton Rosen. We're in the final 5 minutes of play. The scoreboard clock shows 5-0-0. The officials on the field control the time. Rosen boots it away. Both teams need to play sound soccer here to preserve a tie or possibly get a win. Franklin wins the play. Here's Noah Kane. He's going to chip it forward on the right side, but it's going to go out of bounds. Out of bounds there by Kane. And Oliver Ames will have it. Under 5 minutes, my guess around 4:15 maybe left in this one. 1-1 is your score. Last year, OA took it 5-1 on the opening night. Back and forth we go at midfield. Franklin cannot get to it. Oliver Ames does. They come through. It's Gustavo Martinez forcing the turnover. And here come the Panthers. They send it in on the right wing. This time it's Franklin who can get to it. And now it's out of bounds, as hustling for it there was Wyatt Herndon. And Franklin, I believe, won this ball. They should have a throw-in in the front third, the offensive third, with probably around 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Everybody waiting. The official was on the sideline. Here's the throw in now. From the sideline, comes through. Ball is loose, tipped away and cleared by Oliver Ames in heavy traffic. Herndon battling for it. Bradley Herndon coming through quickly and making the fine athletic play was Noah Kane for the Panthers. He came out of nowhere to Sinelli. Sinelli drives it through on the right wing, and it's going to be offside called against Franklin. Probably about 3 minutes or less left in the game. We're tied at 1. No scoring since the 23:08 mark when Linares boomed home a corner kick. And here's Drew Hall out of his box way upfield to drive this set piece away. And he does drive it low. Hits a over Oliver Ames player, controlled by the Tigers, headed back by Herndon. Out in front it goes to Wyatt Herndon. Back out deep. Centering and down is O'Leary, and he blasts one forward for Andrew O'Neill. Andrew chips it forward, but not strong enough, and Oliver Ames clears deep to the Franklin zone. Away at midfield. Coming for it now is, let's check that player. It's Gustavo Martinez. He kicks it out of bounds, and it'll be Oliver Ames with the ball. Probably around 2 minutes or so unofficially left in the game. And a stoppage here. Timeout called. A timeout called by Oliver Ames. So Coach John Barata, perhaps wanting his last bit of advice and strategy to take shape, calls the timeout. My guess is somewhere around 2 minutes plus left in the regulation here in the second half. Of course, no overtime. We'll end in a draw if it stays 1-1 or any other even score. Again, the only scores in the game came on a nice breakaway by Hansi Jakes at 25:56 for the Panthers. They led 1-0. And then Ryan Linares on a corner kick buried it from the far corner, curled it past Paxton Rosen, and that tied the game at 23:08. We've stayed tied ever since. So the timeout is just about up, and OA should have it. Both teams back from their respective benches. Franklin and their coach, Fran Bositis, Oliver Ames, John Barata. So from midfield will come the Oliver Ames Tigers. Luke Churchill. Sorry, this is Nick Babanikas. The long throw up, the strong throw is settled down. OA controls. They center it up, but it's too strong, and Franklin comes back to cover it. Franklin comes through. Player with the diving tackle kicks the ball out of bounds on a nice play for Oliver Ames to slow things down for the Panthers. And OA will go on defense. Chipped away, out of bounds. Franklin advances it another 20 yards upfield. They'll throw it in on the far sideline. Whistle stops play. And that's the double whistle. And the game is over. We're going to end in a draw. The game is over. 1-1 is your final as Franklin and Oliver Ames, the two rivals, played well. Not many mistakes in the game. Some very strong play by the defense, though, was the name of this game. The offense, only a couple of opportunities for both teams, and one gets through each goalkeeper, and that's going to be your final. So Franklin opens up the 2023 season with a 1-1 tie against the Hockomock League rival, but out of the Davenport division, Oliver Ames. Franklin's next up will be on Friday night as they travel to Xaverian. That's going to do it for our coverage. I'd like to thank our crew here working under very hot conditions here at the stadium, our producer and our director, our coordinating producer as well, Chris Flynn, our camera operator down at the 50 below me, Melissa Marchese. This is Pete Royce, thanking you so much for joining us here on Franklin TV and on YouTube. Until next time, we'll give you the final score for the final time tonight, the opening game of the 2023 soccer season. Franklin 1, Oliver Ames 1. Till next time, Pete Royce saying so long, neighbors.